3, 2, 1. What's going on, everyone? You're watching Ash on Comics. My name is Ash, and the only thing more colorful than this bucket of gummy bears that I got is this comic. Look at that. Good Lord. It took a second for the freaking digital rendering, like the camera to focus in on these colors. With me is, as always, is Stan the Man, the creator of Silver Surfer. Thank you, Stan, for such a wonderful character. And being an inspiration to Donny Cates, who credited you in the very first issue. Very heartwarming, touching tribute to you. Brought tears to my eyes. Anyone who's watching this, if you haven't seen my video on Silver Surfer Black #1, please do. It's, I don't want to say it's worth a watch, but it's I'm kind of embarrassed myself a little. This is Forky, the resident mascot to the channel and resident expert on all things trash. He himself is not trash, though, right, Forky? You learned that? That's right, buddy. So we're going to watch, or actually read, Silver Surfer Black #3. I cannot wait. I got my gummy bears. I love gummy bears. Make sure you chill them, folks. Black Forest in the fridge, not the freezer. You don't want to freeze them. You'll break a tooth. Just chill them. It makes them a little bit a little thicker, chewier. So they're not so soft. It just adds and they're more flavorful. Suck it, Milky Way. I'll be back after I read this book. Alright, we're back. Silver Surfer Black. Whew. Here's what happened last time. In case you're not aware, you can pause it, and you can read it. Black, 3 of 5, by Donny Cates and Tradd Moore. This is the Oblivion soundtrack. That movie, sci-fi movie with Tom Cruise. Fantastic. I love the soundtrack. I like the movie a lot. Fits so well. But don't want copyright strikes. Let's turn that down. We open up. In my long life, I've had many names. Of all of them, Norrin is the one I carry in my heart. Spoken on a breathless whisper by my love. On a world so far away. Shalabal, my one, my constant. My light. You get prettier every morning, do you know that? How do you shine like this? I reflect. Norrin, what are you doing? Dreaming, just dreaming. Do you really want to bring a child into this world? It's so dark. Then let's make a light. There, that moment, Shalabal looking at me with gentle eyes that could hush a storm. That was the last time I knew peace. Norrin, what is happening? That noise! Boom! The window, quickly! The last time I touched my love with a hand that belonged to me. The last time I felt small, powerless. Thran above! For that was the day he arrived. It cannot be. Boom! The fallen one. Wait a second, this is supposed to be Galactus, you might be thinking. The day death came to Zenlaw. So, in the Silver Surfer origin story, this is where Galactus shows up. Silver Surfer decides to offer himself in saving the planet, and he becomes Galactus' herald, the Silver Surfer. But here, something different. The Destroyer never spoke. He could not be quelled or reasoned with or fought. There were no words that would sway him any more than a song could stop a bullet. And so we watched. Look at that face. What does that look like? And we wept. And we screamed at our extinction. You can see it's infecting the planet. Please spare this planet and I will join you at your boom, boom. And the planet is just annihilated like, oh shit. When I sleep, the nightmare is the same. I am the destroyer. I am death. I am Norrin. awake. You have slept for days, and I have sheltered you in my gravity well, but it is time. On a world so far away, we must begin. So, if you remember where you left off, Silver Surfer was called to by, we found out to be Ego, and Ego says it's time we should slay a god, yada yada. Now we're with Ego, and Silver Surfer's, conversing with him. I apologize, and I thank you, Ego. I am quite injured. And so Ego's like, I know, blah, blah, blah. And Silver says, it means that I am coming undone, Ego, coming apart, and I cannot stop it. May I land? You may. Thank you for asking. Which I thought was pretty cool. I remembered that, Ego has a big ego. This is the part where I think the editor should have kicked in. This whole dialogue, this should have been taken out. Of course, I would never violate a being's inner space. Point taken. Like, that's just unnecessary, right? Everything you needed to say was over here saying, can I have permission? Yes, thank you for asking. That's it. I don't now need a follow-up saying, I would never violate your being. No, come on. It's totally unnecessary. It messes up the beat. It just... Anyways. So, they're having more conversation, apologizing to each other for various things that help. And we've come to find out that there's something going wrong with Ego. It's like, rumble, rumble. Ego. And bored to me. Ego, you must tell me what's wrong. There's something inside me. Something crashed into me. A meteorite of some kind. It's embedded deep into my core, and it's growing. It's killing me. Ego. I will fix this for you. Surfer, you would not survive my core. I can, and I will. Oh, Ego, I see your wound. The pain you must be in. And Ego's like, you don't understand. I'm a planet, but I'm alive. My immune system is designed to kill tectonic cancers and deep celestial hyperlight viruses. You have never faced anything like me. And Surfer's like, I have faced more and worse, Ego. And I will face this as well. I will not use your pain to bargain, but I will ask you only once. If I help you today, if I fix you, will you help me in my fight? This is a little weird to me because I thought Ego brought him there to help him already. Like, you're kind of like... He's like offered to help you, and now you're saying, if I do this, will you help me? It seems a little... It's kind of nitpicky. It doesn't ruin the story at all, but it just seemed... It was always in the back of my mind. Very well. Prepare yourself. This will hurt. And Silver Surfer... You can see right here the board turns into this drill, and Silver Surfer like dives in. It's like, this is a pretty cool shot. He's like kind of like doing a dive. The board, he's like, boom, because the board flexes, and then the thing turns into a drill, and it starts following him. And you can see the Surfer going into the planet. And I thought this was a cool layout, too, of how the Trav Moore did this, where he gives you this big shot, and you can see layer by layer where the narration follows. But then you also see these like little slices of like what the graphics and the drill coming in, Surfer's following it, and then he jumps up and leaps on it as it starts turning into a board, and he's surfing through it. And this is all Journey to the Center of the Earth type stuff. And Surfer's like, I find myself in hell. And he's at the core of Ego right now. And then we're seeing this weird thing in the middle. In another time, the antibodies inside of Ego would be a little work for my power cosmic. Board, a blade, please. My board and I would barely shudder as we scorched them in our wake. But with my shell weakened and my core degrading by the moment, I feel all of it. Every scrape at my flesh. Every lick of flame. And so it's a lot of Silver narrating all the trials he's going through, and trying to defeat everything. And he comes to the center, and you get this big reveal, and you're like, oh, it's a big obelisk. It is the Destroyer. It is a world killer yet to be born. Here in the burning infant core of Ego, the living planet, lies Lifebringer 1, the cosmic incubator of Galactus. To be continued. So that's the kind of the big reveal. Not a lot happens in this issue. I have to be honest. It doesn't quite feel like a fluff issue, but I feel like it's a little bit stretched. I was okay with it. I really did enjoy it. Donny Cates' writing of the Surfer and Ego. I don't really get to see Ego too much, especially done well. This whole interaction is very new to me, so I don't feel like I've seen this all before. I just really enjoy Donnie's writing of the Surfer. So for that part, I'm just kind of giddy, and I'm just like, oh man, you can just do whatever. You just surf around and talk to people. Like, I just like that so much, because Surfers usually comes across as a kind of whiny guy. Not everyone knows how to write him. In fact, most people don't know how to write him. I love him as like this hero and this confidence in his will. The whole thing about Surfer is that he will find a way. He found a way to save his planet from Galactus. He's determined. You know, he sacrificed everything so to save his planet, and he got nothing in return other than the knowledge that his planet was safe. He didn't get to go back. That was like part of the bargain. Surfer is a true hero. And he's probably the closest thing that I know of that Marvel has to Superman. I know that Marvel's trying to copy that. I mean, they're really trying really hard to make Carol Danvers the Marvel equivalent to Superman, which is really weird because just not too long ago they were trying to do that with Sentry. But now it feels like they're just like kick Sentry to the curb. They're like, we don't need no white man. You know, we got to have a woman representing here at Marvel. Because, you know, it's just like, and then, which is stupid because Carol Danvers is a token of a token. You know, she's a white woman that replaced a black woman. Her name, Carol Danvers, is a direct riff of Kara Danvers, which is Supergirl. Anyways, total tangent. I'm off on here. Surfer's rad. Stan Lee knew what he was doing. Stan, thank you for such an awesome character. I really enjoyed this book. It's not stellar. It's the weakest of the series so far, but the fact that it has the first 2 issues before it helps carry this one along. This one's kind of coasting. But I really enjoyed the dialogue between Surfer and Ego. It feels like kind of a respite between the coming conflict. The series, it's a 5-issue series. The first issue just jumps right into it. The second issue kind of concludes with it, and Surfer trying to barely get away with his life. And so this issue is kind of like, okay, take a breath. Oh, okay, now, you know, because you can't keep up that. You can't stay, you know, pushing the pedal to the metal. You know, you can't have the RPMs at max redlined the whole time, and otherwise the story just becomes dull. Nothing matters. When everything's peaks and there aren't valleys, then the peaks are just level plateaus. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that makes sense. The art really kind of grew on me in this. I know it's like just pure weird psychedelic, but it works for Silver Surfer. I know a lot of people are like, screw this art, but I really enjoyed the beginning with the eyes and the expressions. I just really felt like Surfer loved this woman, and, you know, just everything. I'm struggling to critique it because it's really, there's not a whole lot wrong other than the fact that just there's not a lot happens. Like I said, it's just kind of that lull moment. And that's not always a bad thing. So, Forky definitely certifies this as not trash. Stan, I believe Stan approves. We'd approve of this book. And I'm eagerly looking forward to issue 4. The best thing I can say about this book is that number 4 is one of my most anticipated books. The week that it comes out, that's probably the book I'm going to read first. You know what I'm saying? So, be that as it will. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, put your comments below. Come join us on Discord. All that jazz. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on Silver Surfer. You now know what mine are. Thanks for watching.